dance. I've known Alexa for 2.5 years. I brought her into Twitch politics. I am sorry. Yeah, so to a lot of you, most of this information will be new. BPF will be here where we can really start talking about it in earnest, about 18 minutes or so. We're going to be going over a lot of the old evidence. For whatever reason, hold on, let me check something real quick.
Dude, you remember that Biscoff cookie butter?
I do remember that. That shit was dangerous. So when people ask like, what have they done now? There's no, I don't want to bury the lead, right? I hate that drama is this thing that like pulls people in and gets all the views and gets all the attention, all the clicks, right? So I'm not gonna like try and like play up some stuff that's not there. In terms of child grooming and things like that, there are no new accusations here, right? I'm not bringing any new evidence of child grooming or behavior or anything. And if people are you intimately familiar with what occurred in the past, then you'll be familiar with most of what is occurring. The problem is twofold. Number one, Doobie shouted out the channel and reattached the channel to the Twitch not the Twitch politics, but the politics Discord as a partner, right? Boosting their Discord server, their new Discord server, through the roof, like giving them a bunch of new people and helping them grow here on Twitch and in the Twitch politics space, supporting someone that we all know to be a snake. And I have, you know, and on top of that, this person is engaged again in doing panels, in hosting a Discord server, in working with a lot of Twitch streamers, and has, you know, made their emergence again, despite all of the accusations, despite all of the horrible things that they've done to other people, despite the sneaky behavior that they've engaged in, all of those things. They're still here and they're growing, and their Discord server is bigger than ever. So they have more reach than they did before. They have more of a voice and more power than they did before. Their new Discord server, no rules for minors. Right? There's no rules on their new Discord server saying that like minors aren't supposed to be there.
Doesn't it say 18 plus on it?
No. Not unless they recently changed it. Did you join?
I could. God, no. I don't really join other Discords.
Well, then how would you know that it says 18 plus?
Because
I joined
saw
yesterday.
The screenshot. I saw the screenshot you took of Doobie's shout out.
Doobie's shout out might say 18 plus.
It's cool. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, the name changed to 18 plus. There's no rules against minors in the server. So
yeah, so the name is 18 plus.
But there's no rules against it in their server. There's no identifying of people. They just say that, and then it's a carte blanche to like have the same problem that they had before. ANCAPs always be on about this stuff. Yes, my channel is so well known for going after child groomers. I don't know. What are you talking about? That being said, I don't really want to talk about this. But the fact that this server has this power, that this person lied about getting out of the Twitch politics space, that they lied about saying that they wouldn't host panels anymore, and that they disappeared for a couple weeks and came back and rebuilt their platform. And now, I'm in the Twitch debate space, right? And so people that I'm debating against are often going to this place. This is part of my community. Mind of Z, if you have some information, some additional information to present tonight about other situations, please do. The only information that I have is twofold, right? I have the DMs and the Looter and Dylan Blay recording and stuff, but I also am well and intimately aware with the underage drinking that occurred in the original server, with Danielle and Woodsman Will coming in and bitching them out and being like, what the fuck? You're like telling a kid to drink, right? So I know that there is a pattern here, but if you have If you have someone else that's underage that you feel like this is occurring again, I mean, and you have evidence to support that, like, you know, give me any of that evidence. Or if you want to hop on stream, join the Discord in the live stream waiting room. BPF, like I said, should be here in about 13 minutes. So we can go over some of the stuff that he covered. We can go over some of the DMs and some of those things that, because what is happening is it seems that Queen Alexa was able to go make the rounds with other Twitch streamers and get them to give them half the story, give them half of the information, and then pretend and then buddy up with them and get them to, you know, present this false narrative that the person in question, I know their name, obviously, I'm not gonna say their name, that this person's just a crazy person, and like conservatives are coming after me because I'm trans. They don't give a fuck that you're trans. And I also have my doubts on whether or not Queen Alexa is trans. I mean, just saying you're trans is one thing, but if you don't act like, this person doesn't voice mod, this person doesn't, you know, they don't behave in very feminine ways in any way, shape, or form. They talk to me like a fucking dude. They don't show their fucking face. You know, they don't voice mod. They just say they're trans, and then magically, like, it's against TOS for me to be able to misgender them or something. And all of a sudden, anything that's going on. Why do these people?
It's rough.
Tons of servers are 18 plus without allegations floating in the air like this. My server is not 18 plus, for the record. We have some 18 plus channels that are labeled, and we have a server rule that if we suspect you of being a minor, we kick you out of the Discord. We kick you out of any VCs or anything past midnight EST, which would be, you know, midnight to 9 p.m. in America, right? So we have specific times where a majority of our audience is getting wild, where we kick kids out. But our Discord doesn't do an 18 plus thing, because I worry that by setting it up to be 18 plus, what really happens is that kids will just pretend to be 18. And so this allows me to better identify people that are minors so that we can protect them to the best of our ability. It's Looter. I will talk more about the Doobie situation. I will say this, however. I spoke in private voice call with Doobie and informed him of some of the other details that he was not aware of, such as the aircraft Sparky way that they went around trying to cancel people, such as the way they tried to get other people to lie, such as he was unaware of the underage drinking that was occurring in the server. And when I informed him of all of these things, Doobie did remove them from the politics Discord. But it's very clear that this person is making friends again in the Twitch politics space, and that people are unaware of these allegations. And so it seemed important that we rehash this, that we show some of the shit that this person did, and we let people to be careful associating with this person, or you know, because there might be, you know, it might be a good way to get your Discord taken down, or get you banned, or get you in trouble, or, you know, if you accidentally make enemies with this person, have them come after you. Or, you know, maybe you just don't want to support fucking sick weirdos that do disgusting and fucked up shit behind the scenes. That being said, I'm still sick. I kind of want to be here, but I kind of like would rather sleep. But this is really important, so I figured we'd talk about it. And I figured I need to stream and give you guys the entertainment, because, you know, because if I stop streaming, you know, it hurts what I'm trying to do here. But do bear with me a little bit, because I am a little under the weather.
Yeah, I'll try to write it out.
But Mind of Z, if you have some additional information, I mean, like I said, I have no problem bringing you in to talk about that. If you don't want to like oust yourself or something like that, and you just want to, you have anything to DM, like go ahead with it too. I mean, I don't care. Or if you just want to like say that and be like, I'm not getting into that, I get it.
Perfectly acceptable to Citadel.
Keep talking. I get to be sad tonight as I prepare to do taxes. Yo, fuck taxes, right?
Yeah, I gotta do that shit here soon.
Yeah. I already did my taxes like a while ago.
Yeah, I just never feel like it.
No, I mean, absolutely mine is he. I mean, BPF will be here soon, but he said, I mean, he's streaming tonight at 9, so he's only got like an hour to come on and talk about this. But I'm switching to lo-fi. EDM's getting a little crazy. These are the only 2 channels I have on Pretzel Rock. Everything else.
But you can fix that, helpful viewer.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'll shill for donations, but it's already on the screen. Like we need 70 more bucks. I'll be on in 20-ish minutes. Yeah, I mean maybe like 30 if you can push it off just a little bit, because I want an opportunity to talk to BPF a little bit longer. We only have him for a certain period of time. After we do that, because I am sick, we're gonna engage with the meta a little bit and do just a little bit more reaction Andy kind of stuff compared to what we normally do. So I want to watch the Steven Crowder undercover as a fat activist.
That's gonna be fun.
That'll be fun. I want to watch Actual Justice Warrior talking about, hey, appreciate it, Conaquin, talking about Asian hate crimes, which will be really interesting again. And then the last video we're gonna watch to round off the night is we're gonna finish the James Lindsay saga and react to what to do about critical race theory. I'm assuming there's going to actually be a lot of disagreement here. Like, I've agreed with him a lot in terms of his discussion of the problem. His solutions, I think I'm probably going to completely disagree with.
What's the deal with CRT? Does anybody like Seinfeld? I never liked Seinfeld. Could never get into it. Oh, he's here.
All right, word. Yeah, I was DMing him. All right, Andrew.
I guess he's not ready. Oops.
Hello, Computer Carnage. I thoughts on James Lindsay's new book. Is it worth reading? I haven't read it yet. We've just been reacting to his new discourses, speeches and stuff.
Yeah, I guess you should DM him and just have him let you know when he's ready.
I just told him, hit me up to when you want me to pull you in. How's it going, everyone? Hope you are all well. I'm feeling under the weather, so
I'm all right.
I've had better days.
I'd use a beer or two, and nothing crazy.
Right? Yeah. Not a big beer drinker. Maybe I could use some chicken noodle soup. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess I should have bought 2 large egg drops.
Unless you want me to wait till BPF hops out, that's also fine with me. No, I mean, if you have some more stuff, I would appreciate it, maybe showing some of that stuff while BPF is here. Because I'm not just using BPF as a means to getting information, like the DMs and stuff. I hooked BPF up with Looter when he was covering this, and I kind of didn't want to be a part of the drama. But now it seems like no one wants to fucking talk about it. So I want him to have access to some of that information. Right? Like, if you have some additional details, I would appreciate it if BPF was in on it as well. Because, he's somebody else that's fighting to stop, sick fucks from having power in these spaces.
Yes, Doobie's name will probably come up tonight.
Yeah, no, yeah, we will talk about Doobie. Like, Doobie did promote it. I spoke with Doobie. Doobie took it down. And I'll be able to describe some of that. Not all of it, but I'll be able to describe some of the details of that conversation. Some of that is, you can't reveal your sources kind of situation, if that makes sense. Not that I'm like some fucking journalist or anything, but, I don't want to... He knew, but he didn't know some of the other details. Oh, I just realized that's Adam Driver. What?
The fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you mean from the Crush Your Enemies? She just realized that's Adam Driver on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. It is. Dude, Adam Driver does great SNL skits.
Yeah, I spent 15 minutes making that.
Yeah, you did. It was done relatively shortly. Freaking hell. Yeah.
I love our little like movie nights that turn into just like trading songs for like 4 hours. So it makes my YouTube mixes better.
It does. That is a thing. Scott is letting his luscious hair grow. What do you mean? I cut my own hair. I'm just too lazy to cut the top.
I cut my own hair too.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Just on the inside.
Wait, what?
Because it's a like autoimmune thing.
Oh, you mean your body is cutting your own hair? I get it now.
Much more efficient that way.
Soy Addle just joined risky server account. Oh god. All right, I'm gonna drag him in because he didn't DM me again. Let me just see if he's ready. Hey, you good, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right. So this is Big Papa Fascist. No, I'm not fucking with the settings right now because that's what was fucking up to begin with. So Andrew, you've covered this before. This is it's BPF on his phone. Andrew, I know you've covered this before. You were kind of the first person, if I remember correctly, to be calling out Alexa and some of their stuff when it was just the DMs, right?
Well, let's back up a little bit. What was going on with this person was known beforehand by several kind of behind the scenes Twitch streamers who got wind of it and were sitting on it. They didn't want to say anything about it.
Right.
They were essentially, now they claimed that they weren't trying to sweep it under the rug and pretend it didn't happen. They claimed that they were, trying to get more information and this kind of thing. But it was very clear to me after having talked to several, not all of them, but several of them, that that was not the case, that they were afraid that an LGBTQ member of the community was going to get labeled with what they called a pedo jacket. And that this was why they weren't really covering it. So what had happened was I got wind of it. I got these set up in a DM from several different people who started to send them in because obviously, I'm around in this community quite a bit, doing debates. I talk with tons of other people, things like this. So it was presented to me from multiple different people, and we were able to kind of launch our own kind of inquiry into it. And several people, including Dylan Blay and people who operate within these different debate communities, finally confronted Alexa on all of this and basically got Alexa to admit that, there was a lot of impropriety that was going on for sure.
Right. So now we covered that. We looked at some of the messages. Well, you did. Sorry. I said, hey, talk to Looter. And I'm not doxing anybody here because I was, I said talk to Looter or talk to Woodsman Wilhelm, as he's now known. He was previously known by another name. Because, they have the messages, right? And they have some recorded conversations. Because what had happened on my end was, I'm new in this space. We've been here 10 months, but at the time, I hadn't really made a lot of inroads with people. I'd been doing the debate stuff, but I knew about this person, and this person had come into my Discord and spoken to me a couple times, and they seemed all right. They seemed kind of weird to me because anytime somebody comes in and they're saying like, oh, I'm trans, respect my pronouns, but then they talk and act like a guy, they don't voice mod, they don't do anything that a guy, like their behavior is very stereotypically masculine.
Yeah, it looks like a grift. Awkward. It looks like a grift, right?
Right, and they're not showing their face, right? They're claiming
right.
to be 20, and it's like they really seem like they're more like 25, 26.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
then,
the person seemed weird, but it was like, okay, weird's weird. This is fucking Twitch. Like there's a lot of weirdos here, right?
right.
And they came to me with what had happened because I was going to do a debate and Doobie canceled. And Doobie, if you don't know, everyone, is someone I spoke with earlier. This is the owner, well, one of the 4 owners of the Politics Discord, which is 60,000 people.
Right,
now,
huge community.
So I was like, yo, what's going on? So Alexa came to me, and I found out that they were making the rounds going to a ton of different people, and they wove a tale of lies, which I had none of the other information at first, so I was, I didn't necessarily believe them, but at the same time, I didn't disbelieve them, right? I didn't have any information. And they used me, and they wanted me to talk about this on stream, and they wanted me to be, they did the same thing with Stardust. They did the same thing with several other streamers. I can't remember. I just remember Stardust specifically. And these streamers came out and protected Queen Alexa and said that, well, this must be transphobia. They're saying that this is child grooming, that this person is, sexually going after a 17-year-old, but really they're just 20s, so it's okay, which it's not. It's a vulnerable person that is having issues with their identity. And they're, the DM showed that they were talking about like meeting up to do some wrestling, right? And like they were going to do some wrestling stuff.
The most damning part of it, I think, was that there was tons of eyewitnesses who saw them in private Discord channels with just the 2 of them for extended periods of time, many, many, many times. So it's what you don't know that is possibly more devastating than what you do know.
Well, even the DMs that Alexa leaked showed multiple times, hey, let's continue this conversation in a voice chat, private voice chat. Hey, I'm going to call.
Well, right. Well, I mean, let's just say if it was you or I, the reaction would have been much well,
I'd be
worse,
banned. We'd both be banned from every platform.
Right. So the thing is like it definitely tried to show the double standard, but I was having none of it. Now Twitch likes to paint me as the bad guy, right?
Yeah, picking a name like Big Papa Fascist had nothing to do with that, but keep going.
Well, it's because, it's not because of that, right? I don't use that name. It's just something that people identify me on because I used it for blood sports for a long time. It drew in a good amount of attention, which is what we were going for on the show I was a part of at that time. But even then, it was known that it was mostly just basically a joke that I was using to make fun of these people. But in any case, I'm a Christian moralist. You know what I mean? So it's hard to paint me in a terrifically bad light, even though they really wish I was the dissident right-wing villain that they hoped. I'm just not. So when we were able to go head-to-head on this, it was very easy to kind of show what was going on. A lot of the people in the background of the community already knew that this was going on, and Alexa had initially tried to deny any of this had even happened, and that was really what did Alexa in, was that Alexa wove all those lies together. So it was very clear that they were hiding something,
right, and
hiding a lot more than what we even know right now, likely.
Yeah, and also we had, that's once you hooked up with Looter, right? Ronnie D and Looter, confronted Queen Alexa in the political shit show, the first Discord, which fell apart, and said like, you need to come at this face on. You need to tell us kind of everything that's going on. You need to admit to the things that that you did, and you need to get out in front of the story, right? Like they're trying to be helpful, right? Because they're still believing Queen Alexa wasn't doing anything too bad, even though they knew that they had, crossed some boundaries. They gave them the benefit of the doubt. And Queen Alexa was like, well, I'm not going to admit to these things because nobody can prove it. And we have the
That's correct.
Right. And it was like,
that's correct. And it was, the thing is, I think it's possible, or it may have been possible for Alexa to have made the case, hey, I'm just a stupid young kid myself. Of course, we don't really know how old Alexa actually is.
I don't buy that shit that they're 20. I don't.
So, right. So we don't actually have any idea. But I think that they could have at least have made some type of case like that if they had just been clean and upfront about it. But it was the ducking, weaving, the amount of lies, the having to catch them up in recordings, things like this, that basically led everybody to understand almost instantaneously that, hey,
this person's a snake.
there's a lot more going on here than we still know about. And we're never going to know the full extent of it. But from the standpoint of the people who were looking into it, investigating it, and this type of thing, they certainly came away with some damning evidence. And their impression of it was that not only is this person a snake and a liar, but that there's probably still more that we'll never know. That's probably possibly far worse than what we do know. You know.
So there's a couple of things that I want to bring up now. So why are we talking about this now? Like, this is old news, this is old drama. Why are we drumming up old shit, right? First of all, I think, it's a story that is a warning sign for anybody in these communities and discords, and for anyone that has children or for anyone that's young to know that these people exist in general. So I could talk about this fucking whenever if I wanted to, like, fuck off. But two things are occurring simultaneously, and there's a third piece of information that we're going to find out about live here in just a moment. The first,
if they're going to prosecute Cosby 20 years later,
right.
I think I
can talk about something 2 months later. Yeah.
Right. I think it's all right. So,
right.
Ahead,
so the first thing is that, let me switch this over to content real quick. As shown earlier, Doobie. So this is a screen grab from Doobie's Discord, the politics Discord. I noticed that he had added everyone, 60,000 people, to join the political shit show 2.0. And I was like, yo, Doobie, I know that you're aware of like some of the things that occurred. This is not okay. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I DM'd a couple of his mods and I didn't get back to him. I DM'd him and then he eventually got back to me and we had a private conversation. I can tell you guys some of what occurred in that private conversation, but for the most part, I'll tell you that I informed Doobie of some things that he didn't know. He gave me some insight into some people that he has, some of his movers and shakers, which I obviously can't name. But some of his movers and shakers, it appear to be compromised in some degree, from what I can tell, in that they've been hanging out with, is there new information? I'm really confused. Yeah, Sprouticus, I understand that you're a mod. And I was going to DM you. I don't think there needs to be any new information. I don't know why you're a moderator of that server. I'm just hoping at this point that you're not aware of all of the information previously because you were on your hardship tour. And so maybe, I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt. But this was boosted on the politics Discord. And, Queen Alexa's here. Nice. So, that'll be fun. So anyways, so I spoke with Doobie and I told him about some of the extra stuff Queen Alexa, that he wasn't aware of, such as the fact that there was underage drinking in the Discord, such as the fact that Queen Alexa, who's in the chat right now, 147, not only had serious issues and boundaries with children, more than just once, more than just at one occasion, because there was underage drinking going on in the Discord, but also, he was unaware of the fact that Queen Alexa had told myself and several other people that they like to target specific people that they dislike and try and get them removed from platforms and try and deplatform them just because they have opinions that they disagree with. One of the main ones being Aircraft Sparky. Aircraft Sparky was someone that, because they did the whole gun to their head, which they got a Twitch ban for, or a temporary Twitch ban. They said, oh yeah, no, we definitely report them. We try and find ways to report them. I'll go out of my way to make sure that person is unable to speak on any platform or anything because they have the wrong trans opinions. Which again, like I said, I don't know if Queen Alexa is legitimately trans. For Twitch TOS, I will say they, them, because that's just how it is. But I spoke with Doobie and I told him some of the other things and I gave him some people to speak to, such as the individual that was engaged in underage drinking while Queen Alexa was there and they were cheering them on, and he removed them from the politics Discord, which, good on Doobie for, not wanting to endanger minors and understanding that this person is a snake, and that they go around lying and spinning narratives, and that they try and deplatform people for having the wrong opinions, but mostly because they're a danger to children, especially young, vulnerable trans children. Now, I don't know, maybe not young, right? I don't know what you might define as young. The person in question was 17, and I'm not really sure that their story is what's so important here, right? Because I think what's most important is that there's a lot of things up in the air from the private voice chats and stuff, and we don't know what's going on, but we do know that Queen Alexa has proven themselves to be a lying snake that will do whatever they can for their own ideas and for their own influences. You there, Andrew?
Oh yeah. I'm just listening. Though, I mean, so that was all news to me. I didn't know any of that was going on in the politics Discord. I haven't paid much attention. It was my understanding that they had said that Alexa was, folding up and moving on.
Yeah.
Of course, I called it right then and there that would be a very temporary reprieve for rebranding.
They're the owner of Political Shit Show 2.0 with almost 500, with over 400 people, right? They're the admin, right? So it's not like Queen Alexa's like in the shadows with a sock account. Like, they don't care. They're front and center. So
while you bring you kind of bring an eyeball to this and a light on this, try to understand that most of the people in Twitch politics don't care. They don't care if there's things like this going on. They don't give a flying fuck. They don't give a shit. They haven't never given a shit. You can show them overwhelming evidence and they'll still not give a shit. The truth is that Alexa could rebrand 100 times and you wouldn't even know it. And I doubt seriously that Alexa ever actually went away, but rather just kind of, like a serpent, consolidated. You know what I mean? In order to make a comeback. That's what they generally do. So
well, yeah, and they're hosting panels again, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard from several other people that they're hosting panels. That and there's fairly well-known YouTubers and Twitch streamers that are going on these panels again, run by this person, as they're seeping and slinking their way back into the space to have power to kind of determine who somebody like you and me, like we, even though I'm not a large streamer, I'm kind of at a point now where if someone wants to deplatform me by not having me on a panel, it's not really going to be the end of the world, because I have enough people know me well enough in this space at this point to where I'm not going to just disappear because I have difficulty getting onto a panel. But, someone like Queen Alexa that's running a smaller panel where, hungry new streamers are coming in trying to make their name that might not be able to get onto, let's say, a Prime Kai's panel or get onto one of your panels or get onto Hippy Dippy, right? Or get on the Chaos Cast or something, some of these larger, panels, this person is going to have the ability to act as a gatekeeper for who is able to move up in the Twitch politics debate space. And as someone that's involved in that space, I think it's fucking disgusting that this person has that power, especially when they lied multiple times, when they definitely engaged in inappropriate behavior with children and with minors, right? When we don't know all of the details of what they may have done in private voice chats, but what we do know is that they were caught multiple times lying about everything. So we have to, at a certain point, assume the worst, because we have no reason to trust this person.
Well, no, but there's the light at the end of the tunnel is to be perfectly honest with you, there's very little that we can do except tell the truth about what happened as close as we see it. Yeah. The good news and the light at the end of the tunnel is that this is a very self-destructive person and a drama baiter. And so what happens with self-destructive drama baiters is they always end up in these terrifically bad situations. Lexa's just probably one of those people who's bored. They don't have a lot to do. You know what I mean? So they tried to bait me multiple times into drama with Politically Provoked, for instance, on the shit show server. I didn't fall for it because I'm not an idiot and I wasn't going to go there for their personal entertainment.
Mhm.
Though they were able to net Brittany several times.
Yeah.
They were not able to net me. I just wouldn't do it. I went into the server, took one look around, and left it immediately because I knew what it was. So these are self-destructive people. They will end up inevitably destroying themselves. And there's really not a lot you can do except just say, hey, this is what this person is. This is what they are. This is what they've done.
Yeah.
And
So
then
to
it's
reiterate
kinda
that, that because there's more people in here, and Casimir wanted a quick recap, right? What we know of Queen Alexa, the last person in chat to speak.
Well, so I publicly have accused Queen Alexa of grooming an underage
We know that to be a
person.
fact. Now,
And
to
we
the
have
extent
we have evidence that this is true, and we have voice confessions that this is true. So
yes.
we don't need even to rehash that. The evidence is overwhelming on that front.
Hold on. Let me just reiterate real quick. 17-year-old, supposedly Queen Alexa's in their 20s, early 20s. We don't fucking know. We only have their claim. And what they did is they spoke to this person several times. They called this person cute. They engaged in flirtatious behavior. They talked about, meeting up once they turned 18, getting together several times. They talked about teaching them some wrestling moves and some kind of things like that. And this is a 17-year-old trans person, that is, being taken advantage of and technically groomed by Queen Alexa. Like there's no disputing that. What's in dispute is what did they say in the private voice chats.
Right. And that's something we'll never know. But I think that the evidence is overwhelming enough as it is. And so if people want to deal with a person who does that, there's very little that we can do about it, right? Except allow the natural cycle of self-destruction to happen. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to. So I used to be more inclined to waste my time going into these left-wing circles, pointing out the horrific shit that I was seeing going on. But I'm less inclined to do that now. And the reason that I'm less inclined to do it is because they don't care, right? They don't care. So,
yeah. So I want to bring on someone else that says that they have some additional information about another person. I don't know whether or not this is true, though. Mind of Z has never they've never shown themselves to be suspicious in the times that they've been kind of hanging out in my chat or in my Discord and things like that. So if they have some stuff to present, understand that I haven't yet vetted any of this information or anything. I don't know if there's going to be some screenshots or stuff, but they wanted to speak and they said that that they've known Alexa for years. So I just figure, fuck it, let's bring them in. How you doing, Mind to Z? Oh, they've muted themselves. All right. Is there
people are asking for the deets too?
Yeah. So one of the videos,
the evidence, I should say.
One of the videos that you should definitely watch.
Well, I'll link them over to you too because they're available still.
Yeah. I know they're still on YouTube. I was going to do that, but if you can just DM them to me, then I'll put them in. I'll put them both in Discord and in chat, so that you can see the videos. Okay. Well, Sprouticus, I've yet to sign any contracts with you, sir. So, Sprouticus is DMing me saying that he has a serious issue with Mind to Z that they'll discuss later. I don't know what that is. Mind to Z, I don't know you that well. Sprouticus, I don't know you that well. But, like I said, I don't have any further agreements to not share DMs.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. So you said that you have some information. Do you have like any photos, any messages or anything like that? You said that you were trying to get that together.
I'm still trying to get that together. I will let you know. I'll send them to you later. And I'm sorry for that. I know I should have had them before I came on. But
okay.
But there is...
Yeah, I mean, I'll still give you a couple minutes to speak your piece. I don't want to take up too much time, but...
Yeah, and sorry, Andrew, for taking your time. But, so there's this other mod named Mei, and she is 17, and she has, Alexa has been kind of favoring her in a couple of ways. She's been making her like doing special favors, and I'm not sure what those special favors are, but it does seem a little bit sus. And
No, you're saying that you know that this person is 17, and are they a moderator in the supposedly 18 plus?
Yes, they are a moderator, and he's calling her the best moderator ever.
Okay, so I mean, if you can substantiate that, then like right off the bat, we know that this person that has boundaries with minors, that has encouraged, drinking of minors and has groomed another minor, is has a moderator in their own 18 plus channel that has a that is a minor. Whether or not you want to talk about special favors or things like that, that gets into too much subjective stuff that you may or may not be able to prove.
I know that. And
Queen Alexa says, "Don't worry, they're 18." Are they? Do you know, Mindazy, or is this? They're claiming this person is 18.
Probably 18 now, because I do remember she had a birthday coming up, but at that time she was 17. So
this person has recently turned 18.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
God, these people are so fucking disgusting. Like it's just so fucking disgusting. Like it's hard to even. What the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers? Like, just stop doing this shit, you crazy motherfuckers. Stop it. How fucking hard could it be to just not be crazy sicko motherfuckers? Is it really that hard to do? Like, is this something that is just too difficult for people to get through their fucking minds? Don't be a sick fuck.
I mean, this is something too. If I'm choosing a moderator for a 400 plus Discord server that handles Twitch politics, handles debates, handles all these large streamers, why the fuck am I putting an 18-year-old in power?
17-year-old here.
Well, even if they were 18, even if they were 18, I'm not putting an 18-year-old in power. Who are my fucking moderators in my Discord, right? Casimir, he's our age. Samariana, she's a little bit older than us, right? Angie, she's a little bit older than us. Kodashiku, much older than us. Wellspring might be the youngest. Well, Lucas is the youngest, right? And Lucas is 22, 21.
No, I think it's Mad Gentleman who's the youngest. It's Lucas or Mad.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Mad Gentleman's 21, right? You're the youngest, right? Right. And Mad Gentleman has shown themselves to be in the space and be very mature. But like, why the fuck would I have an 18-year-old? Like, why would I have some high school kid in charge of fucking making sure that content is appropriate? You know what I mean? Like, even Mad Gentleman, sometimes I'm wondering with some of the fucking Gen Z fucking weird goddamn memes he shares. I'm like, oh, this fucking kid, right? Like, that's on the cusp for me.
I mean, the bottom line is, right, Alexa's a fucking creep, okay? It's like, it's pretty simple, right? This person's a fucking creep and a cretin, and, by the way, an idiot to boot. So it's all of those combinations together, and it's like, why is anybody wasting their fucking time with it? It's just so bizarre to me. You know what I mean? What are you doing hanging around with these fucking Fruit Loops? Like, clearly this person is a fucked up person. You know, like what is the draw for these communities exactly?
And and the thing is, and what I don't understand is why so many people on Twitch politics are wanting to protect this person and wanting to support this person, when all it does is make the trans community makes them look like bad predators. It doesn't help the trans community to protect a fucking predator. It just doesn't.
All right, well, it doesn't help anybody, but the most important thing is like...
Well, yeah, I just mean like from a political stance, right?
Right, when you've got these motherfuckers who are like, they're licking their microphones and pulling each other around by dog collars and shit on, like, why does it surprise you that people would go out of their way?
Time.
I mean, Andrew, maybe because I'm a fucking degenerate. Like, I talk about fucking wild sex shit, and if you spend 15,000 channel points, I'll show my fucking gray sweatpants, right? Like, I'm a fucking degen, but I'm not fucking coming after kids, and I'm not grooming people, and I'm not okay with that shit.
I think there's a difference, don't you? Like, I mean, there's a huge difference here. It's like these communities are full of these crazy creeps. You know what I mean? And they just kind of like want to watch the world burn, and they're just constantly drama baiting and starting shit with people and trying to pit this person against that person, and the whole thing is just a ghoulish nightmare, you know? And you finally just kind of get to the point where you're like, well, just let them fucking eat each other and cannibalize each other, because they're so fucking disturbed that even pointing, like all this shit you're doing right now, you're pointing all of this out, and it's all true. Like there's nothing here that you're saying that's factually incorrect, right? It doesn't matter. The fucking these Twitch lunatics will come in a heartbeat and be like, don't talk about Queen Alexa, like, you know what I mean? These are fucking Looney Tunes, man. These are Baba Booby fucking babbling lunatics. And it's like, you can point all this out all day, and believe me, I have. I've pointed it out 100 times. People in these communities know, and they still go. So it's like, I at some point you're just like, well, what's even the fucking point? And by the way, why am I trying to protect leftists anyway? You know, like, what am I trying to protect leftists from at this point anyway? This is the fucking crazy utopian world that they dreamed of, and like, you can fucking have it.
Do you have the link to the messages? Or do you just have the video?
I think I have both. Give me just a second.
If you could grab that so we can show that on the screen while we're talking about this, because I think a lot of people, and Casimir, he's a bit of a Russian cunt sometimes. So
Casimir knows all this.
Yeah, he knows, but he's like, but it relies upon beforehand knowledge. At the same time, if you have that and we can show that on the screen, just to kind of make this a little bit more visceral and make people really understand who these fucking people are that have power in the Twitch politics space, who are fucking gatekeeping who can and can't be in the political debate space. Like, I'm lucky that I didn't come into contact with some of these people, and that my political ideology is disparate and radical enough to where it made me interesting to be on panels early on, right? I was able to get onto panels that didn't necessarily match my size as a channel, right? Because I'm fucking good at it, but because because my ideology is radical. But like, to your typical left winger or your typical right winger, like, they are gatekeeping people in who can and can't be in this space or be successful in this space. And you have fucking child groomers and fucking hebophiles at the very least, possibly pedophiles, I don't fucking know, in charge of this shit. And it's not okay. And instead you have other streamers. You have fucking Sprouticus. He's a fucking moderator. This is, Sprouticus, you didn't engage. And then you just said, well, I have a problem with this person in DM. Okay, well, regardless, what's going? All right, I'm gonna head out before yeah. All right, fair enough, Mind Z. If you get anything proving that this person said that they were underage, please let us get that. But we'll continue on without you. I appreciate you coming in for a second though. Or that. Sprouticus is bitching that I'm sharing DMs. I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't have any contracts with you. I don't have any prior agreement with you. You literally took it out on me? Dude, what do you mean? Like, you're not giving me any chance? Well, come in here and explain yourself. Right? Like, I mean, like, I would give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm doing the best to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you're a moderator for someone that's a known child groomer. Right? The only benefit of the doubt that I can give you is that you don't know these details. Especially someone that's a supposed Christian conservative in the Twitch space. Right? Like, you're not like a left winger.
You think that there's Christian conservatives in the Twitch space? Ah, that's funny. That made me belly laugh, bro.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. If you have issues with Mind to Z, like, then you have issues with Mind to Z, right? I don't really care if anybody has issues with Mind to Z. I don't care if you have any issues with anybody else in that space. I have issues with Queen Alexa. I have issues with anybody that's working with Queen Alexa. And if Mind of Z is wrong about saying that May was underage when they were a moderator, then that's a detail you can attack. And if you have proof of that or something, or if, you know, it's an unsubstantiated claim as far as I'm concerned as of right now, but it wouldn't surprise me. You know, I'm not giving it any more credence than an unsubstantiated claim. If you have an issue with the claim, then like say, hey, I have an issue with the claim. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tiberius D, I thought this was over. I thought it was over too until did you DM me that? Did you find that stuff yet?
I do not have those messages on hand. I'll have to go back through my files to get them.
Okay.
They're publicly available though.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, what we'll do is we'll go to your YouTube real quick, and just pull up that video.
Well, I didn't even show all of them on the from the YouTube video, so.
Yeah, I know. I saw them. I had them months ago from Woodsman Will. Crucible.
Yeah.
So if we go to videos, so this is one of the videos in question. Is here you go. Blows the lid off of everything. So we'll share this right here. Right. This is talking with Dylan Blay and Looter. This goes over the entire situation, right? Are the messages on this video? I don't remember if the messages are on this video.
Yeah, they are.
Do you remember
we went over them. I don't.
Hold on. I'm trying to find them.
But like, you know, the thing is that you guys can go look, you know what I mean? You lazy fucks, like just go look and watch it and then you'll see it for yourself. There's nothing we need to demonstrate. It's already been demonstrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to see if I found the messages on this video. I want to say you did 2 videos, and I think the messages are on the other video.
It could be.
Yeah, what was
but
the
in any
other
case, I don't remember what it was. Like I said, it happened a little while ago. But the main thing is like the evidence is there. Let me see if I can find this stupid.
I will also put that specific video on in the Discord first, right? I'll just put that in the general tab in Discord if anybody joins or sees that as well. Sent you Imager link with the messages. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I don't have any DMs from you or anything. You said you sent me an Imager link, but I don't have anything from you, Crucible Clips. We probably should have had this keyed up before stream, LOL. Yeah. Well, I fucking asked Andrew, and he said he had.
No, he sent them to me.
Oh, they're in the chat. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them. I see.
All right, so let's pull them up, right? So this is just some of the evidence. This isn't the other one that I posted. Is the other thing that I posted is oh my god, what is it? The video the audio recording with Ronnie D and Looter and Dylan Blay confronting Queen Alexa and them talking to Queen Alexa and Queen Alexa admitting that, you know, they weren't going to admit certain things that they did were bad because nobody could prove anything, and it paints them in a very bad light, and it makes it very obvious what is occurring, which is that this person is, you know, trying to cover up what occurred. These messages are the ones that Queen Alexa their self leaked, right? These are not from the person in question, okay? These are not from the victim, whose name I know, but I'm not sharing for obvious reasons. It's not from the victim. This is from Queen Alexa. So these are the messages that were supposed to make them look good talking to a 17-year-old trans person. Yeah, I find that very funny. Yeah, sent this cool. Okay, I was not sure. I just wish I was not the only trans girl where I live. Yeah, I felt that. I just want to kiss trans girls. Yeah, I have to travel far to find them. No good at all, so same. LOL. Do I really look like a girl now? I looked at myself in the mirror and I have hips, boobs. Yes, you do. A soft face. My legs and ass are getting thicker, so yeah, I guess so. Yep, it's just weird. Hey, Alexa, what up? Did you mean those things you said? What thing exactly? I don't know, like my career stuff? Yes, that it would be cool to meet up at some point. Would really like that. Yeah, I would be a while, but yeah, I would be down to hang out. Did you mean it when you called me cute? You're cute too. Thank you, even though you don't know what I look like. I just find you really nice and cool. Thank you. You are nice and cool as well. Now, this is just some of them. Do you have the other Imager link where they're talking about fucking wrestling and shit?
I think that those are all included in that image or file, that original one that was uploaded.
Oh, do I hit like next or whatever? No, I don't know how Imager works anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, those by themselves are pretty bad, man.
Right. I mean, yeah, you're talking to an underage person that you know is underage. Right? But it gets worse than that.
It does. It gets worse. And then they have the audio recordings. The audio recordings that went over with Looter ad nauseum on the channel. You know, we blew the thing up. Like, we knew what was going on. The people who were the players who were behind and kind of knew what was up, they basically threw Alexa to the wolves and were like, I don't want no part of this now, okay? You're right. This shit's fucking weird and fucked up, and you should probably tell everybody what's going on, you know?
Right.
So, and we're talking, well, what's that fucking asshole's name? He used to be partnered up with Banana. What's his fucking name?
I don't know.
I can't.
But there
I
you
can't
go.
think of
There's
this fucking guy's name.
some of the stuff, and that's only the that's only the tip of the iceberg if you watch that video as well as if.
But tons of them knew. You know, this did not come to me early on in comparison to some other people who knew what was going on.
Yeah, I
so
had no
like
idea.
This.
I had no idea
so
because I wasn't really in those spaces, right? Like, I'd only been in the political
yeah.
shit show, I think, once, and Synth came, like, it was Thanksgiving, and Synth started screaming at me that, like, you know, I can't believe in the non-aggression principle because I'm okay with eating bacon. And I was like, what the fuck is this place? I was just coming to say hi.
Well,
people are weird.
They've got, the thing is that they've got, the evidence here was not only overwhelming.
Yeah.
But the other thing that you have to look at is that this person was drubbed out of their own community based on those broadcasts because people saw what had happened. And, you know, it was not a big jump for us to make the guess right then and there at that time that there would just be a retraction and they would end up coming right back. This was called by multiple behind-the-scenes people who knew that, you know, this is how this game goes, right? You disappear for a while, people forget about it, and then you come back and you hope nobody fucking talks about it, right? That's
Casimir, why are you sharing age of consent? Even if the age of consent in a specific state is 16, almost all of those states have what's known as a Romeo and Juliet law, right? And a Romeo and Juliet law means that you need to be either 2 or 3 years from that person. Almost all of them are 2 years, right? So 19 and 17 is different.
Law, the actual law for interstate and intrastate is worse.
Yes.
All right. So the thing is like you can't apply the individual state's law against another individual state's law because it falls in a federal jurisdiction and they have laws for inter and intrastate. I pulled all this stuff up.
Yeah. I remember you talked about this, right? Like, it doesn't matter even if both states have like a law that says the age of consent is 16 and that like the Romeo and Juliet law is 3 years. It doesn't matter when you're communicating online across state lines and grooming someone across state lines on the internet.
Right. This is it's a bad deal. You know what I mean? It's something that you usually get in a lot of trouble for doing. So I don't have any idea whose bright idea it was to bring back this idiot Alexa and this crazy ass shit show that has been known to bring in the worst of the worst.
Casimir wants to know, did anybody report this to the police?
I have no idea.
I didn't. Because I don't. I mean, like, idea. I mean, I didn't feel like it was that. I mean, maybe I should have. I don't know.
If I fucking did, I wouldn't say it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you. You know, the thing is none of your fucking business, right? None of your fucking business. Right. But the thing is like you have the messages. You have the messages. You can report it, right? So, the main thing, you know, kind of across the board, is whether or not you want to try to make a legal deal out of this or not make a legal deal out of this. There's probably not a person that you want to spend any significant amount of time around.
Right.
And, you know, that's my take on it. Now, if you're so fucking stupid that you just can't help yourself because you think that this person will connect you to the big names, right? They can't. No, they don't have the clout. They don't have the pull. They don't have the nothing.
They're getting the pull, which is why I felt it necessary to talk about it. Right? It's not just Queen Alexa and a couple of little people anymore. right? And it's a 400 strong Discord with a lot of streamers and a lot of big names coming in. Like I think it was Mythic Politics was on there. I mean, like it's not just like, you know, little no nothing nobodies at this point. I actually don't want the legal deal. I don't like that side of the discussion at all. I mean, the reason that I didn't go to the police in the first instance, right, was that it didn't feel like it was my story or that I really knew what was going on originally. And so I connected, you know, I was like, you know, when BPF was like, yo, what have you seen? I was like, yo, talk to this person, They have more information. Because BPF was already, you know, digging into this story. And that's why I brought him back, right? Because he was the fucking crusader. And this was honestly, you know, I had met BPF through like 1 or 2 messages or something. I'd met you, Andrew, through like 1 or 2 messages, but this was the first interaction that I had with this person. And, you know, I meet a lot of people. Old drama? It's not drama. You're a fucking child groomer. You should be in jail. Much less fucking
drama
being shouted out.
This is all drama, right?
Right?
It's like that's what Cosby's defense should have been. You know?
Yeah, this is old drama.
This is all drama, Judge. You know, just like
This is old drama.
Nobody wants to cover this old drama. Come on.
Right?
You know?
Why are you bringing up
Like,
old
I
shit?
roofied that chick 20 years ago, Judge. You know? What
Come
the
on,
fuck
she
you
got
talking about?
It was the
Yeah.
80s, man.
She got a movie. She got a movie deal out of it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
what's the problem here?
it's just a
Like-
little quid
like,
pro
this is-
quo. This is old drama.
But you notice to this day, right now, right this second, why isn't Alexa just saying, look, I made a terrible, horrific mistake and I fucked up, you know, in a huge way, and I kind of deserve to get felted for this in a huge way, right? I deserve to get beat up on about it because I fucked up majorly. No.
Right. The
There
only
ain't none
time
of
that they
that.
admitted that they fucked up was when they were
when-
dogpiled on by their own friends
Right.
when they thought they were in a secret Discord. Right.
Right. Well,
And
they
didn't
were
know
sorry they
being-
got caught.
Yeah.
They were sorry they got caught.
And
They
that's
weren't
when they,
sorry
you know,
that-
and remember, folks, that this person promised that they would go away. Queen Alexa promised that
Right.
they would stop hosting panels, that they wouldn't be in charge of the Discord, but instead they reformed the Discord. They're stronger than ever. They're doing and organizing panels, right? And this person's not even a streamer, right? Like they're not even. I don't know what their financial goals are, what their passions are. The only thing that I can assume based upon their behavior is that they're re-engaged in this so that they can find and target young, confused children so that they can groom them and abuse them.
Well,
That's the only thing
well,
I can assume.
I'm not going to go that far with an allegation, right?
No,
But
I'm
what
not
I will
accusing him of
say
that.
is
I'm saying that's
Right.
like if I had to guess, what are your intentions? It's not financial intentions. It's
Well,
not
they're not
because they're
good.
it's not because they're a streamer, right? And they're trying to get numbers or
Right.
views, right? Like
Right.
it's not because they're like looking for good friends. Because if you were looking for good friends, you wouldn't be involved in the blood sports community, right? You'd be involved in like
Right.
other communities that are a lot more friendly. So the only thing I can assume based off of their behavior and based off of their actions is that they're doing this so that they have access to be a predator again. I can't substantiate that, but like what else am I supposed to assume? That's the assumption I have to work with. And so
Yeah,
it's my
I
duty
agree.
to fucking bring this shit up again and be like, hey, look, this person has power again. This person is gatekeeping and stuff like that. And so that other people in my community and other people that watch me can know why I'll never be on one of these panels. And if you're a large name and you're another streamer and you're somebody that could help these people by being on these panels, don't. Right? Like if you're
Right.
Binks,
Well,
like I know Binks is watching.
I've got to get rolling. I've got another thing going at 8, so I got to get moving. But
I know you do.
You know, we'll talk more about this. I'm sure.
If I
I'm
can
sure
get
it's not
if I
over.
can get information regarding whether or not this other person, this moderator, was 17 at the time, I'll also forward any information, any shots or any screen grabs or anything that prove that as well.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's old drama though. Right?
Oh yeah, it's old drama.
Fucking crazy motherfuckers. All right, man. Have a good one. I'll see you.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming by.
Well, I was just saying, Binks, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you got invited to one of these panels, there's other people here that this person is going to want to make connections with. And, you know, it's our duty to let people know, fucking don't. This person's danger. That was 4 or 5 days ago. What was? People don't invite me to shit, thank God. No, you've been invited to quite a few things. Old drama equals no big deal. Like slavery, no big deal that happened, a long time ago. Just old drama. Biden meme boomer. Dude, I can't... Until you've been on this side of having a conversation and looking at a Twitch chat, don't talk shit. Oh, okay. Dude, I don't know. I'm not up with the memes.
Dude, you know those Joe Biden I did this stickers? I saw one in a porta potty today.
I almost forgot. Look into the Cosby case. Stop using it as an example. Fucking annoying. We get it, Casimir. You will find... Oh my God, Casimir. Come on, bro. Don't distract from the important part here. because you want to pick apart. Because you want to pick apart using the fucking Cosby case.
It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist.
Really? Fuck you?
In the
That's where we're going?
Wow, you upset him.
I guess I upset him because he doesn't want to talk about child grooming. He doesn't want to talk about bad behavior. He wants to talk about the specifics of why the Cosby case is wrong and we shouldn't do that. Thou shalt not murder? Thou shalt not steal? What the fuck are you on about, Casimir? Oh, fuck.
Oh, is he talking about thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor? Is that what he's going for?
Okay.
Called it. He's saying that lying isn't breaking the commandments and that upsets him, I guess.
Serial Killer Tuesday? Bro, Serial Killer Tuesday is not until...
Honestly, this next one...
April 19th.
I think in terms of creep factor, we're going from like a 12 down to like a 2.
Yeah,
for this
no,
next one.
the Boogeyman was rough. Every third Tuesday we do Serial Killer Night. And yeah, that was the last one was rough.
Don't call him the Boogeyman. Just call him Ham and Eggs.
That being said, until we get more information, yes, when you joke around the Cosby case without looking at the evidence, you are fucking all men in the future. You are exaggerating so far out of your goddamn ass that like BPF joking about the Cosby case and me not being like, I don't know the details of that specific case, is like fucking the future of all men. I don't know the details of the Cosby case. It's a well-known case. The analogy fits for the comedy of how absurd it is for someone to say that it's old drama, that they engaged in grooming children, and that they engaged in contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and that they may or may not, I don't know, we're not sure, have moderators that are underage in a supposedly 18 plus server, that they go around trying to fucking stop people and get people canceled and all this other shiesty shit, that they spread their lies like a fucking snake and get people to lie for them. Dude, I'm not getting into a debate with you about the fucking Cosby case. It was only a few months ago, right? Yeah, no, this blew up in right around Christmas. I think that big stream where we went over the recordings was December 25th, so that was Christmas. So this was happening around December. Queen Alexa, why are you LOLing? What is so funny? Like, is that all you have? LMAO, LOL, LMAO, old drama. Like, you know that all of this shit is true. You know that you did this shit. You know that you engaged in predatory behavior. You know that you have boundaries with children. You know that that you were acting like a sick fuck. No one knows how old you are. You just claim. No, that is the Alexa. You just claim that everything's okay because why? Or just pull a Hillary. Yes, that is the real Queen Alexa. Yes. Queen Alexa 147 is the Alexa. This is the person that we're talking about. This is the person that unequivocally groomed a 17-year-old trans kid, unequivocally allowed contributing to the delinquency of a minor in their Discord, and went around lying about it, and was caught recording, saying that they weren't gonna admit to things that they knew happened because they don't think that anybody has the proof of it. So yeah, when they start hosting getting big names on panels, and they start getting shouted out by the politics Discord, if you're anybody with any sense of morality, it's your fucking responsibility to say something and to broadcast that this is not okay. This is a danger to our community. It's sick fucks like this that get the government involved because we're not willing to police our own community. Have whatever fucking political opinion you want, right? I'm not here because it's like, oh, you know, I hate trans people or something, right? It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with their lefty politics. Like, I don't give a fuck. But on a real note, if she really did just groom a 17-year-old girl, 17-year-old, that's disgusting. That person is going through a very difficult time in their life, and they don't need people grooming them. They might need someone to listen to them, but that should be someone in their family or a close friend or a close family friend, not some random person on Discord, especially if they're an adult talking to an underage person. It's not acceptable in any way. I agree with about 90% of that statement. A lot of these trans people are vulnerable because of the very fact that they can't talk to anybody in their family. They can't talk to anybody in their community, which is what makes them so vulnerable to people like Queen Alexa. Right? Is that the only way that they can live out their identity, right? The only way that they can live out their narrative identity is to go onto online spaces to try and find people. No, I absolutely did talk about the fact that they plan to meet up IRL. And I showed one where they said that they wanted to meet up. There was another one where they talked about wanting to watch wrestling shows and practice wrestling moves. Right? Like, this person is
wrestling.
This person's hinting, like cheekily hinting at fucking them, but wants to wait until they're 18 because they don't want to go to jail. But they're grooming them.
Wrestling. All right.
It's a disgusting fucking human. Let's pay Twister. God damn it. That being said,
I prefer to play Fister.
I started the stream early so that we could talk with Big Papa Fascist, Andrew Wilson from the Crucible, so we could rehash this a little bit, so I could describe that we did talk to Doobie and informed him of some of the other things and put him in contact with other people so that he could have more information, so that he could remove them from the politics Discord, which I think is a win for the community and a win for everybody, that, you know, we can try and limit this person's reach because they belong in a jail cell, not working to fucking, oh God, it's just so fucking gross. Not working within the politics community. But that being said, we're going to move on to our regular content. That's why we started a little bit early.
And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
The fact that I'm sick and I'm feeling a little under the weather. Before I see what he's... All right, hold on. Let's go see. This is going to be funny. All right, so what's he got to say?
I love that Down
But
Fat is being
I got
defiant
pissed off.
to raped. I don't know.
So here I am gonna rant to you guys. This is what's going on. So Fabian Liberty was doing something about Alexa, which I don't know a lot about. I just talked to her. She's actually here, but I just talked to her. I just got all the
What's she calling out, bro?
Basically all the DMs between her and the other person, which I don't know a lot about. I was trying to learn more about it by watching Fabian and yada yada yada. Anyways, so he invites some person that he doesn't know, obviously, on going by the name of Mind of Z. This person I know very well. This person I have a very specific issue with.
Wait,
he said that there was this thing and he doesn't know, and they seem like they're a good person. And me as a streamer, I thought, DM him on Discord. The worst that's going to happen is he ignores it. And I have a very big issue with Mind of Z, which we'll get into later. But I thought streamer to streamer was kind of a thing, to where you don't
So he's
fuck over
calling
another
me-
streamer.
He's
But
calling me
that's
out.
because
not
you read his
Fabian's saying
DMs
because
out.
Fabian didn't sign a contract. Well, guess what, Fabian? I didn't sign a contract either. That's why I'm here. So now let's get on to the main part of
I don't know
my
what that means.
issue here with Fabian.
Oh, he's just
so
gonna bitch about, you know.
I was watching his stream, trying to figure it out and everything, and he brings on Mind of Z. I message him saying, "Hey, I've got a big issue with Mind of Z."
Oh, this is hilarious.
And basically tell him, "Hey, I'll talk about it later, but I just want to let you know I've got a big issue with Mind of Z, and it's not something to be taken lightly, i.e., a fucking death threat." I didn't really want to put that in Discord. Didn't really want to bring this shit back up, but here we are.
That probably would
I
have
tried
helped
to then
actually
later
if you put
say,
that in there.
Hey, I'll talk to you about it later. This is a huge issue. I'll talk to you about it later. And he decides to share that DM too. So I don't know where you get off with this, Fabian. I don't know where you get off with thinking that this is how this is gonna work and that you're just gonna fuck over other streamers and not give a shit. By the way, did you know that he's also a minor? You invited a minor on to talk about, allegedly, I don't know, I've got the DMs, I'll look over them later, but allegedly, as far as I'm concerned, grooming.
Wish emotes popped up on stream.
Really?
Dude, we
Not
should
a smart
fix that.
move. But you didn't care. You didn't give a shit. A streamer reaches out to you and says, "Hey, you might not want to do this." You do it anyway. And then you make fun of the streamer on your stream and think that's how this goes? Think that's how you keep good relationships?
So says the man who's a mod
Are you
for a
fucking
child
serious? Oh, you're in my fucking chat.
What's up?
So says the man who's a mod. I don't know any of this shit. I came into your channel to learn, to try and figure this shit out. Did you help me? No. Did you listen to what I had to say? No.
Did you
I was
listen to
gone
the
for
stream?
6 months,
What
and you act like that's nothing.
the fuck are you talking about? Why
No,
are
he
you
can hop
lying?
in my Discord. He's in my Discord. I'm in an open channel.
All right, let me go hop in. We'll go squash
He
this.
didn't want to. He didn't want to
Yeah,
just
have
talk
fun.
about it in DMs. He wanted to share his DMs to his audience.
Share the DMs to the audience. Like, oh my god. Let's go. Kamala Khan. Bobbles found the funk pop. It's Kamala Khan. Oh fuck, that's
It would
hilarious.
be.
All right, hold on. Let me find Sprouticus's what is it, the Octagon? Oh, fucking Queen Alexa's in there. I'm not gonna deal with that. Hold on, let me go back. I'm not hopping in a fucking chat with Queen Alexa.
Why not?
Oh my god. Are we really gonna go that far?
You already stirred the shit soup.
All right.
I mean, this is kind of the
But for right now,
Yo,
I
what's
have
up?
what I have, and that's all I have to work on.
Hi, Scott.
What's up?
What's up, Fabian?
So what are you mad about? You mad because I shared one DM from you?
You
Is that
shared
what pissed
two,
off?
but you shared two, and then you
I
just
didn't
completely.
I didn't read the second one after you were butthurt about the first one.
Okay, well, I mean, is a death threat not a good enough reason for me to reach out to you, streamer to streamer, and say, "Hey, probably not a good idea to have this person on." By the way,
Is that what you said?
I can substantiate
what you
the death
said?
threat. No, I said there was a big issue. I'll even read what I said.
So-
I didn't want to put it all the way out there because I
Right.
didn't know how you worked, right? So I figured you might have just said it out loud. I didn't really want to bring this shit up, but now I'm pissed off. So now I am. I have a serious issue with Mind of Z. I can discuss what happened after this, but yes, it is a big issue. That's what I said.
Hold on, one
But you
sec.
didn't ask what the big issue was.
No, I didn't.
You just told me I didn't sign a contract. I don't need to talk to you.
I don't.
Oh, you don't.
I
You're
don't know
right.
what this streamer to streamer
don't have a
shit is. Like,
contract.
I don't have any.
You don't know-
I'm not doxing you. I'm not fucking giving something you've shared in confidence. All you've done is DM'd me and saying that you have a problem with this person.
Wait, a
While
DM
we're
isn't
talking.
wait. A direct message is not sharing in confidence.
No, they're not private.
Oh, they're not private, so anyone else can see your DMs.
Are you not a fucking streamer? Do you not recognize
Anyone
it
else
when
can
you
see your DMs?
No, because I don't share my
No,
DMs.
no. Oh, so they are private.
If I everything that I send out to someone, I expect there's a likelihood that it's fucking being
A
put on the
DM
internet
is
at some
private.
point.
It's considered private. A DM is considered a private message.
Until it's shared.
Yeah, until someone breaks the privacy. I 100% agree, which is what you did.
Dude, I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about the fact that you are talking to Queen Alexa, right? That you are moderating for their server. This person here that is a known child groomer. And when you came in and you're like, what's going on? I said, look,
for 6 months.
I specifically said that. I said, look, I'm trying to do the best that I can to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were on a hardship tour. Did I not say that? And that you probably don't know what's going on.
Yes, so I was watching to try and figure it out. Yes, that's why I was there.
Right. I said, when Mind to Z hit me up, I don't really know this person. They've spoken in my fucking chats a couple of times. They seemed all right. They said that they had some additional information. So I said I'd bring them on for a minute. You said, I have an issue with this person. So the first time you're contacting me, someone that I know is working with someone right there. Sorry, hold on. It's reversed. There you go. Right there, right? Queen Alexa in the bottom right on my screen is someone that is a known child groomer, is someone that has issues with their ability to have appropriate boundaries with children, right? Is contributing to the delinquency of a minor. These are all things that are known that you may or may not have known about, right? And so I bring them on and I said, look, they said that they have some information, that they have some photos. They didn't have anything. And I said before I brought them on, I said, I don't really know much about them. They've seemed cool so far. I don't have any reason to distrust them as of right now. This is before you DM'd me, right? And said, so I'm going to give them an opportunity to say their piece because they said that they have some information. All they said was that there was a person named May May and that this person was 17 and that they're 8. And Queen Alexa said they're 18 now. I said, well, can you prove that? They said, I don't have anything to prove that. And I said, well, if you get some proof of that, let me know. And then they dipped out. All you said is, hey, I have an issue with someone.
Here's the coincidental part is that when my name popped up, someone else decided that they wanted to join the conversation and talk about somebody else. That is the way you phrased it on your channel. They wanted to talk about somebody else. My name just popped up in your chat at that point in time. You said it was Mind of Z. I've got big issues with Mind of Z. Minds of Z seems to think that they're not big issues, but they're still big issues to me. I received a death threat from Mind of Z. I think I want to say May of last year, to where I then tried to get a emergency order of protection from the police.
Well, let me olive branch here for a moment, right?
To sit here and to make fun of someone trying to tell you, hey, I've got an issue, and it's another streamer that you recognize. That's kind of fucked.
It's not that fucked, dude. If you had put in there,
and then to sit there and to go on and to go further and make fun of the fact that he's a Christian conservative with BPF.
I didn't do that. I said, especially someone who says they're a Christian conservative. It was BPF that memed on you about it. I don't know much about your politics. I've seen you a couple of times in a couple of debates because I got here on the Twitch space like pretty much like maybe like a month or two before you went on your hardship tour, right? So like as far as like what I know about you and stuff, I know that you like were friends with American Nacho. I know that you're supposedly a Christian conservative. I know that you were the previous host of the Octagon. Maybe you are again. I'm not sure if you're taking that mantle up when you get back. That's what I know about you. I know that you're supposedly a Christian conservative, right? I also know that you're a moderator and a server for a fucking child groomer. But I'm still trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you don't know that shit, right?
Okay, I don't. I was gone for 6 months. I was AFK for 6 months. All I know is what's allegedly happened. I've had people try and contact me while I was deployed, and they tried to give me things. I didn't have enough information to actually go do anything. I actually removed Alexa as a bot.
There was a violation.
I've been able to do a full actual look through. I just got back about a week and a half ago. So most of the time I've been spending not on Twitch. I've been spending with my family. So I really haven't had time to do really much of anything. I just got Alexa to send me her the full list of DMs that she's had with the person I won't name, and then I'm trying to figure that out right now as we speak. But to then take, again, it's a private message from a streamer you recognize, right? I guarantee you wouldn't have done this to anybody. You wouldn't have done this to anybody bigger than you. And the thing is, you think that I'm not that big, so I'm not that much of a threat. If Dylan would have said something, you wouldn't have done that. If Prime K's would have said something, you wouldn't have done that. Hell,
I've bitched about things that Prime Case has sent me in DMs.
Huh?
I've bitched about things that Prime Case has sent me in DMs on stream before.
Prime K says he has an issue with somebody as soon as you bring him on stream, and you're just a really person and nobody that you don't know who it is.
This is a very specific scenario that you're talking about, right?
Yes, I'm saying that if this happened with a different streamer that was bigger
give
than
you listen.
kind of
Listen,
over
I'll
you,
give you
wouldn't have done it.
That's bullshit. I'm not even getting into that. I'm not going to admit that I would somehow do this to you but not do this to somebody else. Like, the fuck out of here with that, right? Like, that's fake outright shit. I would.
It's not fake outright shit.
It
I
absolutely
guarantee
is.
Dylan Burns was messaging you that you would not have done that. I guarantee it.
I absolutely. If I'm talking and Dylan Burns hops in my fucking chat and then Dylan Burns says, "Hey, I've got an issue with this person," I would say, like, Dylan Burns is telling me he's got an issue with this person.
Yeah,
unless if Dylan Burns put in there and said, "Asterisks, don't share this," but you didn't say, like, "Hey, this person gave me death threats." You didn't say anything.
Why the fuck would I put it in PM when I'm in your chat? Why the fuck would I go to DMs, go to open Discord, go to my DMs with you, and send it via DM while I'm in your fucking chat if I didn't want it to be private?
I mean, that's fair. I'll give you that. And I'll even give you one more. I'll even give you one more olive branch, right? Which is that it may have appeared ambiguous to you that when this person, Mind to Z, was talking and what I said on stream as opposed to what they were saying to me, is I think they were speaking before you were actually even there, right? They were speaking before you were in my chat and said that they had some information about Queen Alexa and about someone they were talking to. And so my repetition of that, right, may have appeared to you because you're just hopping in the chat that this might have been about you. And this is somebody that gave you a death threat, right? And then I'm like, hey, this person has an issue with this person and you're trying to protect yourself so you feel some type of way, right? I'm not aware of all of that background information. And so, hey, man, I'm sorry about that. I'll apologize for that. But apologizing for but the idea that I would somehow not do this to a bigger streamer, what seems to be an innocuous fucking DM, that's what it appeared to be to me. Okay. So I have no problem sharing what appears to be innocuous.
Why wouldn't I have brought up the issue if it was an if I thought that this was going to be a purely an innocuous GM? Why wouldn't I have brought up the issue? Why wouldn't I have just spelled it all out right there? But I said, hey, we'll talk about it later. I said I could discuss what happened after this, but yes, it is a big issue. So why would you think that would be public information that I would want publicized?
What do you mean? That you have an issue with a person?
I have a big issue with a person. I said it's a very serious.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know where you're from, but where I'm from, when people have issues with people, it's not some secret fucking thing that nobody can know about. Like, yeah, well, I don't fucking know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know anything about any death threats or anything. And if the person has death threats about you, then obviously
that's the fact. You didn't care.
No, I don't give a fuck. I still don't give a fuck.
You're right. You don't give a fuck. That's the issue.
Why would I?
Because
I'm talking about a child groomer and the fact that you're a moderator in the server.
You brought a child in.
I don't fucking know how old this person is.
You're right, you don't.
I'm not doing like your buddy Queen Alexa is, which is hitting on them in private DMs.
And I know nothing about this.
I know that apparently you don't know anything about it, which is why we had to do the stream again.
You keep trying to use this against me, but I was gone for 6 months and have very little to no knowledge about this.
Which is why I did the stream.
Erica Nacho sent me, and that's why I was there.
That's exactly why I'm doing the stream, because this person that's currently in this call giggling, right, is a known fucking person that has issues with minors, that engaged in grooming, and people don't know about it because it's old news. It's old drama. Apparently.
Did you see Doobie give his apology? Did you see that? He apologized.
Doobie give his apology when?
Last night. I can send you the VOD if you'd like.
No, he gave you an apology. That's fucking disgusting.
He went on he went on Primes and publicly was like, "Hey, look, I was wrong. Queen Alexa didn't do anything wrong. I was told misinformation," and then spammed my Discord and said, "Hey, go join us."
Look, I'm not gonna give up fucking Doobie's sources, right? But I spoke to him and gave him additional information, things that he was unaware of, such as the fact that you were letting minors drink in there and you were having fun while minors were getting drunk in there that people knew were minors.
Yeah, sure. So there was an incident within our Discord, the original one, with a
Right,
person.
exactly, the
who was
original
trying-
one, because this wasn't just a one-off incident.
Yeah, I can explain this. So we had a person who was encouraging a minor to take a drink. I wasn't there, and all of a sudden my mods start.
That's not what I've
fucking-
heard from several people.
I
is
don't
that
care.
you were there.
I can show DMs. They can't. So I start getting spammed by my mod, like, hey, there's some fuck shit happening. So I came in, and there was a person that was extremely drunk, trying to tell a minor to also take a drink. I was like, whoa, that's super fucked.
That's
So-
not what fucking happened. You're fucking making up shit
Yeah,
later.
you can believe
The
me.
only
Well, I
person that
actually
came
prove
in
it.
and flipped out was fucking Crunch Lord or Woodsman Wilhelm. or
True,
whatever.
he was one.
He
and
came
I
in. He was the
in-
one that was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
Correct. He was one of the people who DM'd me, and I came in and was like, okay, that is fucked. And I had immediately kicked the person. I immediately
Okay.
kicked the person and said, hey, you're fucking drunk. Sober up. We'll talk tomorrow.
Mhm.
Because like they were a friend. They were a friend of the thing, and they never came back because they ended up just going on a fucking crazy path, and we just never talked again. And I have all DMs to prove all that.
So you have DMs proving, right, that the statements by multiple people that you were there when underage drinking was occurring, and that it wasn't brought up as an issue until Crunch Lord came in.
Well, okay, so yeah, people were drinking
Mhm.
on camera. Oh
Mhm.
boy. Oh no. People
With a
drinking
minor.
on camera. What? People were drinking on camera. Is that I don't get what the Oh no.
I'm sorry. Hold on. So so we're just admitting it
Adults were
now, and now
drinking,
we're trying to be like,
correct.
it's not a big deal because people are drinking with a minor
No,
on
yeah,
camera.
there was a direct no. So the direct problem that there was that Crunch had brought up was someone was encouraging a minor to drink, and that was dealt with.
It's
Now-
a problem enough that a bunch of people are getting drunk with a fucking teenager on camera. You shouldn't have
Yeah, no.
fucking kids in there while you're getting drunk with them.
and
That's
the
a
or-
fucking
the
problem.
original- the original
itself.
Discord was a fucking
Wait.
crazy.
I drink on camera all the time. I'm in my Discord drinking on camera all the time.
How dare you, Zach?
I don't ask everyone's
Fuck you.
age before I take a drink of my twisted tea. I don't know who the fuck is in my chat watching me drink twisted
Also,
tea.
Woodsman Will gets drunk all the time on
I-
camera.
I can drink in front of a minor.
That's not what we're
confused.
talking. Right, exactly. Because
Good.
Queen Alexa is very good at pivoting and being a fucking evil snake in the way that they're trying to reframe this as if the issue wasn't really that everyone was okay with it only because there was no contributing to the delinquency of a minor. And then one person did do that. And then Crunch just magically came in right at that moment. And he was the one that said something.
believe he
And he
was there
supposedly
prior
has
before that.
fucking, and then he
Let's show
supposedly has DMs.
Alexa, show the DMs from Crunchlord telling. You say you have it. Tell me, show me the DMs from Crunchlord saying that there's someone drinking, a minor drinking in the Discord, and
Let's
then
see. I know. Hold on. It may not be from Crunch. I have them from Viv, who was one of my moderators. But let me check with Crunch. Let's see.
So
Okay.
you've got DMs proving this.
Yeah, I have
Post
DMs
facto.
from one of my moderators, who I believe was Viv, who had said like, "Hey, someone's doing some fuck shit. Get in here."
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Let me scroll through this.
Is asking a minor to wrestle someone else? No, that's
That never
Alexa.
happened, by the way, and I'm still would like evidence.
What do you mean it never happened? Plenty of people have seen the DMs where you're talking about
Yeah, sure.
watching
Show me the
wrestling
DMs where I said-
DVDs.
Yeah, show me the. Yeah, go ahead. Show me the DMs where I said I want to wrestle the individual. Oh wait.
Where you talk about watching wrestling videos with a fucking minor that's calling you cute and
Yeah,
shit.
sure, Fabian. This tells me that you have no idea what you're talking about. So I'll explain and elaborate. And this is all in the DMs that shows in the recording. So the individual had asked me, do I want to watch Lucha Underground, which was a Mexican wrestling show? I said, yeah, sure. I'd be down to watch. Love wrestling. And then, yeah, you know what we did? She shared her camera, and then we watched Lucha Underground with a few other people, actually. There were other people in there with us while we watched.
Right. Well, we don't really know, right? Like what's happening
No,
in all
we
of
do.
these VCs that you have with this
Yeah, no,
person
we
and the
do
private
actually. It's in
VCs and the
yeah,
private
that's what I'm
calls.
saying. You don't know what you're talking about because you have this like I hate Alexa in my brain and it's fogging in there, and it's like there's shows. It's in the DMs. It's right
Dude,
there.
I had no problem with you until you came to me lying about this stuff and trying to spin a narrative and went around to a bunch of other streamers trying to protect yourself, trying to spin saying that people were making things up, that the DMs don't show things that they do show. And then once I found out that there was recordings from Ronnie D or Looter or whoever made the original one where you were being called out and you were saying that you weren't going to admit to things because nobody could prove those things. That was when I had a problem with you. Was because you were proven to be lying and you were proving to try and create a specific fucking narrative, and you were using other people as a means to do that instead of just admitting that you fucked up, that you were engaged in a fucking relationship that was wildly inappropriate with a minor, a specifically vulnerable trans teen. And then you were like, well, I should have rebuffed their come-ons more. It's like, no, you should have not engaged with conversation with a teenager that was hitting on you instead of halfway hitting on them back. And who knows what the fuck you did in private VC. And so, but apparently you're going to show DMs that show that the other issues that you had with minors and possibly illegal things in your Discord were actually taken care of.
Like a 600-person server. Yeah, things can end up happening that's out of my control.
You have the DMs, Alexa?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a lot here. I'm having to read through it, trying to find it. Woodsman, me, and talk a lot in DMs.
So I have someone in here, Mr. Braindead. Alexa fucked up. She will admit that shit. She's not a groomer by any means, and the fact that this continues to be a topic of conversation is wild.
I mean, they fucked up, but what they did was technically grooming. If you're flirting with someone that's underage, and then you're talking about meeting up with, and you're talking about, I mean, fair enough, but you're talking about meeting up with this person at a later date. Now you want to, and you're engaging in a relationship with this person, right? Now, the problem here is that people maybe take this idea of grooming that proves like that what we're saying is that we can prove that like Queen Alexa was trying to manipulate this person so that they could fuck them and like use their power over them and their influence over them, right? Like when we think of the word grooming, we think of like a 35-year-old dude and like some 14-year-old kid over like instant messenger or something, right? But what Queen Alexa did is definitionally grooming. Like there's no, you can't dispute that. You engaged in a flirtatious relationship with someone, maintained that relationship, and talked about meeting up with that person at later dates. And then you did whatever you did in private VCs that we don't have the evidence of. The only things we have are the words of the person involved, right? That claimed to be a victim, right? And we have your screenshots of your DMs, and we have multiple accounts of issues with minors.
I'll take you haven't seen all the DMs, correct?
I haven't seen all of the DMs because I don't. I've only seen the video. I saw them before they were edited. Before they were published on Imager months ago.
So you haven't seen all the evidence, correct?
Oh, shit. So, no, I don't have access to your Discord. I don't have access to your private DMs. I only have what has been publicly.
All the DMs, all that are like out there. It's well out there.
Months ago, I saw the video that was that before it was edited so that the person's name wasn't showing, right? I saw probably, I don't know, maybe like 100 messages or so. But if they're all out there, we can go through them and see if they make you fucking look good. They don't.
I mean, we can like go through it again. It's been gone through a million times, and everyone was like, "Yeah, this isn't grooming." And then I kind of just
everyone's like, "This isn't grooming." Okay, so are you denying all of the things that I just said? What part are you denying?
Half of it because I was reading, trying to find this specific thing.
Right, so like you're saying that everyone defends me and it's cool and like this wasn't grooming. Are you denying that you engaged in a flirtatious relationship with this person? Are you denying that you also you're denying that because the DMs show that?
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, cool. You believe it? Nice.
Okay, so you're just denying that. Are you denying that you talked about possibly meeting up with this person at a later date?
Here, I'll admit to this one. So the person that asked me would I ever be down to meet up with them, I said at some point down the road or in a while I would.
Don't say the person's name.
I didn't say that person's name. The fuck are you talking about?
It sounded like you did. Continue.
No. Yeah, no. All I said was when they asked me would I ever be down to meet up with them, I said sure. At some point down the road or in a while we can meet up. That was it.
All right.
No specific time.
Here's what I'll offer to you, Sprouticus, because I don't want to fucking talk to Queen Alexa.
That's also in the DMs, by the way.
This person's a fucking snake.
You don't know all the evidence, and you're lying. And
you're a fucking piece of shit that belongs in jail. You belong in jail. That's the only place you fucking belong. You belong in jail, not fucking moderating
Yeah.
fucking Twitch
Go die on
panels
the hill
and
where the other
large
idiots
fucking.
died on.
Yeah, we get it. You're not, you fucking want to meet up with fucking trans teen people and you want to engage in flirtatious relationships with them, and your discords have common
I'm
issues
saying
with
is
minors.
go look at all the
All of
evidence
those
before you
things are
make
true,
conclusions.
but you just want to be like, keep looking. I promise it's not.
Yes, look at all
It's
the
not
evidence.
like what it is. No, you're full of shit. But I'll say
I don't
this
want
to
you on
you,
any
Sprouticus.
courtroom, like
What?
putting people on
I'll
prosecution.
say this to
That
you:
would be
if you want to
bad.
gather all of the fucking evidence that supposedly exists about other issues, about Vivian's fucking DMs and all those things, and you want to have a conversation with me about this at a later date, I'll be happy to do that, right? Because I legitimately believe, and like I said before, that you were on a hardship tour and you were likely not aware of any of this drama when it went down. So take the time to look at all the evidence that you want. And if you want to have a conversation about why you disagree with my interpretation of the evidence or anything, I'll happily have that conversation with you. I'm not having a conversation with Queen Alexa any further. And if you're still upset about me in the way that I handled the Mind of Z situation, look, I didn't know that background was the way that it was. It seemed like an innocuous DM to me, but like obviously it wasn't. And so for that, I will apologize.
Okay, I appreciate the apology. I will look into it. I'll talk to you, but it just realize any further messages coming from me in DM version is private between me and you unless I give explicit permission that it's not.
There you go. Boom. Good to go.
All right. So I think. Oh, who just joined? Mr. Brain Dead.
All right, I'm going back to my stream. Like I said, DM me
Okay.
if you want to talk about this at a later date.
All right.
You just watched a clip from our Twitch channel, Fabian Liberty. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe here on YouTube, or go ahead and give us a follow on twitch.tv/Fabian Liberty.